by Solar Sports. Thank you so much for joining us. James Velasquez on hand with the volleyball evangelist, Mr. Tex Tutor. Salina Dagdag will be joining us later on. And coming off a 2-week break here in the Philippine Superliga, you would hope the teams have adjusted, especially for the new ones, a period of rest, recovery, and hopefully some catching up on chemistry.
Yeah, all those little bumps and bruises that you get during the season, hopefully have healed up, and during practices, and everything stretched out and ready to go.
And of course, as we are looking at the team standing so far here in the All-Filipino Conference, you can notice that these two teams are obviously two of the hottest, of course, with the Lady Troopers. After dropping 2 of their first matches, have won 3 straight. And Petron Blaze, of course, the only undefeated team.
That's right. You see the standings there. The RC Cola Raiders, they're up top the leaderboard for now because the Petron Blaze Spikers have yet to play their 4th, 5th, and 6th games.
An important match for Generika, of course, as the defending champions. You want to serve notice to the rest of the league that you are totally here to play. And of course, with the return of Tina Salak at setter for Generika Army, everyone has been standing on attention. Of course, different number 17, not her usual number 7, but still delivering the same results.
That's right. Their leaders back. Attention to all the competitions here of playing Generika Army. They're out of basic training, so they're down to business now. As we see Tina Salak running her offense there. Never runs the same play twice. She uses all her hitters, and it's very, very nice to have your leader back inside. It's quite a blessing.
And of course, Tina Salak back in tow. It's not just Jovelyn Gonzaga and Rachel Daques who are putting up points, but ladies like Nene Bautista and even Mary Jean Balse have been stepping up for the rest of the Troopers.
That's right. Mary Jean Balse has always been a reliable force there in the middle, freeing up Nene Bautista, the emerging effective weapon here for Generika Army. Hopefully their numbers can be, that's a balanced attack here. We see 16, 14, and 12. Jovelyn Gonzaga doing, your typical output. But Mary Jean Balse is running an efficient middle, and Nene Bautista is benefiting from it.
Of course, with Bautista and with Balse producing, that just eases up the burden on the shoulders of Jovelyn Gonzaga and Rachel Daques. You go to war with what you have. So even if some of them may be under the weather, as Selena will be checking with us later on, some of them may be nursing injuries. But of course, for Tina Salak, she knows how to use the rest of her teammates. Talking about the Lady Troopers, but they are in, of course, for a really tough challenge as they are taking on the undefeated Petron Blaze Spikers. Tina Salak, of course, like you mentioned, Tex, does not run the same play twice, makes it difficult for Petron to match up with them. But again, talking about the Petron Blaze Spikers, just on a tear here at the PSL.
That's right. They have one very gifted player here in Dindin Santiago. She can run an efficient middle. You have to respect her from the front row, from the back row, even from the service line. It's a coach's dream to have a player that you can build around with the talent of Dindin Santiago. And
you mentioned that building around her is key. Now when you have AC Masangkay, Grace Masangkay, one of the, I think, leading the league in sets, and then you have an excellent libero in Jen Reyes. So when Reyes cleans it up, it sets up Masangkay for those beautiful setup jobs for Dindin. Is that the formula behind the attacking success of Petron Blaze?
If you see the graphics here, 23 points by Dindin Santiago. She usually scores in the 30s, but Sandra De Los Santos 11 and Maika Morada 8, giving a nice support here for the prolific hitter Dindin Santiago. Like you were saying, James, you build your team from the ground up, and Jen Reyes is digging the ball and giving her team multiple attack opportunities, and they can run elaborate plays, and the Spikers are really performing.
And of course, with Sandra De Los Santos combining forces with Dindin Santiago, that makes it a really tough matchup for any team to try and match up with the size of Petron, especially down the middle. Of course, a crucial factor here in this game as Petron tries to deal Generika its defeat.
That's right. Generika, like they say in the U.S., the Army keeps rolling along, and hopefully Generika can roll into a victory.
Let's welcome the third member of our broadcast panel, Salina Dagdag.
Yes, James and Tex, just before the kickoff of the matchup, I got the opportunity to speak with Coach Kung Fu by the dugouts of Generika. And the mood in the dugout was pretty positive as the girls are eager to give Petron their very first loss. Now, inamin naman sa akin ni Coach Kung Fu na naging hindi daw sila nakapag-ensayo ng mga nakaraang araw sapagkat they participated in the friendship games. Subalit, Coach says that he still remains positive about the team's performance as the team did pretty well in those games. Now, sa kabilang panig naman, nakausap nakausap ko si Maika Morada at ang sabi sa akin ni Maika na naging kulang-kulang daw sila sa mga pag-ensayo nila ng mga nakaraang araw. Pero sabi rin ni Maika that coach tells them to just have a positive disposition, and since volleyball is not just a physical game, he tells them to have a good mindset. That is all for now, James and Dex.
Thank you so much, Selena. And while we were discussing in the prod room text, you mentioned that sometimes, of course, lack of complete players in practice could be a factor. But then again, these players have been playing the game from an early age. So basically, they know what to do. How do you adjust when it comes to game day?
Well, you just have to do your job, basically. If you're a middle attacker, you got to run your attack on tempo so you can draw the blocker and hopefully free up your outside hitters. That's what, that's the ideal. But with a little lack of practice, sometimes there's a little rust that emerges, but it shouldn't be at players this level. If you can't practice, then you'll do something to stay in shape.
Game officials being introduced here. The Granada Astrodome again coming off a 2-week break. We missed all of you Philippine Super Liga fans here watching the live and exclusive coverage of the All-Filipino Conference here on Solar Sports as we meet the starters for both squads.
That's right. It's nice to be back.
Bautista. At number 17, team captain Tina Sala. And at number 18, Jesse De Leon. Rivera is number 15, Tin Agno. Head coach for Generika Army is Rico de Guzman. And now the starters for the Petron Blaze Strikers. At number 1, AC Masankay. At number 3, team captain Gretchen Hall. At number 4, Mina Ganon. At number 10, Sandra de los Santos. At number 13, Maika Morada. And at number 16, Dindin Santiago. Libero is number 12, Jen Reyes. And the head coach is George Pasqua.
Will Petron stay undefeated? Will they continue to tear up the league? Or will Generika Army have something to say about that as the defending champions look to derail Petron Blaze in their campaign? Rachel Landakis still very consistent, still very spectacular for Generika Army when it counts. Dindin Santiago has not scored lower than 20 points per game so far here in the All-Filipino Conference. Well, here we go. Maika Morada, can she backstop Dindin Santiago? Will Tina Salak continue to lead her team? Text your keys to the game between Generika and Petron Blaze.
You have to serve Petron tough to get them out of their offense. You have to limit the touches that Dindin Santiago, you'd like to limit the touches that Dindin Santiago will get, but you got to serve them tough and hopefully contain Dindin and deal with the outside hitters. Take your chances with them.
On the other side for Petron, of course, you are facing a very veteran squad in the Generika Army Troopers.
That's right. You'll bank on Jen Reyes, giving you multiple opportunities with her excellent defense. They can run their offense as they please, as Masankay will do. And we'll see if it's nice to see Gretchen Ho in the starting lineup. A familiar face from the Lady Eagles. We have AC Masankay here to start our serve. Let's see if who will start dictating the offense.
Sala, first setup. Dakis blocked up top. Ball still in play. The back set, Gonzaga, a little off speed, and it rolls in.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, but I think Jovi Gonzaga was both at that point.
Opening point goes to Generika Army. Tina Salak with the service. Agano dumps it over and scores.
You see what they do, what the Army did was they tried to serve Dindin to take her out of the offense, but she passed the ball effectively. They're able to run one set there for Aganon. Changing up the roles.
The number 1 pick in the recent PSL draft, Dindin Santiago, on deck to serve. Over receive, and it rolls in.
Another veteran move there by Tina Salak, acting like she was going to try to set the ball. The middle hitter on the cross the net De Los Santos didn't do what she's supposed to and put that ball away. It had already crossed into the incursion zone.
An Army crowd favorite. Jesse De Leon with the service. Dindin digs it up. Running attack, slowed down, but it stays on that side of the court.
If you see the offense that Petron just ran, that's a very hard offense to run. But thank goodness for the excellent passing they're doing now. So Petron starting to put a little stamp on the style point, so to speak, of the offense.
Ina Aganon with the service. Salak sets up Balse. Masangkay back set. And that attack is good.
Masangkay with 2 kills already.
1 point advantage for the Blaze Boosters. Masangkay with that back set. And a beautiful attack on the other end.
Yeah, down the line shot. Thought to be a forgotten art.
Salak back sets. Gonzaga blocked, but it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, Juvie Gonzaga there tooling the block outside.
Let's turn it over to Selena Dagdag.
Well, James Sex, let me just give you an update on Jack Alarca. According to the coaching staff of Generika Army, she would not be able to participate in today's game as she is still suffering from an ankle injury. Coach explained further that there's no initial diagnosis yet as they're still waiting for their x-ray results. But since Jack isn't feeling well, she'll be skipping today's game. For all Generika's fans, however, Coach assures not to worry as the team did the necessary adjustments. James and Tex.
Thank you so much, Selena. And this is what we mentioned during the pregame. You go to war with what you have.
And not with what you want, no? If one of your pieces, like your tanks go down, you substitute with artillery. In this case, soldier for soldier. They have a job to do. And as you can see, Balse and Gonzaga with a wall of a defense there. What a formidable front row the Generika Army has. De Los Santos, nowhere to go there.
Former NCAA MVP Sandra De Los Santos denied by Jovelyn Gonzaga. And Rachel Landakis, one half of that two-headed monster for Generika Army with the service. Again, they're targeting Santiago with that service. But look at Morada score off the block.
Yeah, the logic there is you want her out of the offense. You take your chances. You can go tit for tat. But if Dindin starts dominating the net and the back row, then Generika Army is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Gonzaga! And she looks like she is here to play and try to make up for the injury of Jack Alarca. Well, earlier in the morning, if you guys have Twitter, Jovelyn Gonzaga was saying that she's actually feeling under the weather, but she did say that she's going to try and power through it. And it seems like she's forgotten that she's ailing. Stakis could not chase that one down. Sandra De Los Santos will score.
Yeah, I've had the experience of playing under the weather, and during the game, once you warm up, you're okay. You'll pay the price after the game. Once you cool down.
Well, as long as you get the victory, when you're trying to power through it, it makes all of it okay.
That's right. Just testament to the competitive spirit here of Jovelyn Gonzaga.
Oh, that one falls in. Back row defense got napping.
Yeah, that kind of freezes the back row defense when it's a check ball like that. The University of San Agustin in Iloilo alumni there, Nene Bautista.
Eugene Balse with the service. Gretchenol running attack.
We've seen that from her a number of times.
And good block up top from AC Masangkay.
I like the demeanor here of the Generika Army. They're all smiling.
Well, you like that, at least you know that they're not playing tight. Then Agno comes in. Rivero, of course. Eugene Balse will take a quick breather. Gretchenol for Petron Blaze with the service. Agno receives that well.
Little crafty move didn't work there for Tina Salat. You can see with her last game, she had quite a few attempts there.
10 points. We're all tied up, 7-all. We'll take the lead heading into the first technical timeout. Salak steps up De Leon. Ball still in play. Cross court.
Oh, Nene Bautista did well to save that.
Aganon puts it down.
You know, even though Generika Army lost that point, they are reading the play really well.
8-7, Petron with a 1-point advantage. Cast your vote, and in the very interested audience in the result of today's game, of course, the Air Asia Flying Spikers. They will be up against Petron Blaze in Cebu. So they're, as early as now, they're really trying to find a way and find any weaknesses in this Petron team, which is still undefeated, and with a 2-point advantage now against Generika Army, the defending champions.
That's right. You got to scout your opponent. It's just volleyball 101.
Jesse De Leon with an ambitious attack. Unfortunately, it goes out of bounds this time. A 3-point advantage. As you remind everyone, the Philippine Superliga All-Filipino Conference is presented by PLDT Home Evolution Limited, sharing with the family-sized connection of PLDT Home DSL, the #1 home broadband. Jump set, shouts at the top. Ball still in play for Generika. Bautista trying to attack, down the line, is good.
Jen Reyes with a little mental lapse there, not facing her hitter, cross court. As we can see, she's standing, watch, after Nene Bautista hits this ball. Up, somebody's standing still and sideways, not facing their hitter. For all you volleyball enthusiasts, you gotta face your hitter. You gotta be where the block is not.
8 serving 10. Santiago blocked away.
Not fooled. Not
That has got to be a confidence booster for the rest of the Generika Army troopers with Takis and Jesse De Leon protecting that net. Well, that was a one-on-one block.
That was excellent blocking there. Dakis there, not fooled by Dindin Santiago's double jump attack.
9 serving 10. Masangkay sets up Aganon, and ball stays home.
And a little sepak takraw here from Tina Salat. Would have been legal.
So far, the scoring of Petron Blaze has been impeccable.
Okay, let's see what Tina Salak will run here. Little off tempo there.
Rachel Landakis, Gonzaga, lefty shot, blocked away. Mina Aganon showing up early for Petron Blaze.
Oh, they'll need her support here, Dindin Santiago anyway. So we hear the attack here from Jovelyn Gonzaga. Nowhere to go because the block was formed. Kudos there to Aganon, really reading that play well.
AC Masangkay at the line for the service. Salak gets under it. Takis puts it down.
He powered that spike through. Block already formed, but no matter, he just brinaso na.
2-point deficit. 10 serving 12. Tina Salak at the line.
Yeah, with a nice front row here for...
Oh, she scores an ace.
Again, this is what happens if you're trying to protect Dindin from receiving. You're sending her out wide. There, if you see, they're standing there with Masangkay out wide. Now they're going to make Dindin big because it creates a little gap in the defense.
They set up Aganon. Overseas. Dindin could not score. Gonzaga sets up Takis. Gretchen Ho trying to save it. Jen Reyes could not get to it in time.
There's no doubting the heart and effort there from Jen Reyes of the Petron Blaze. Rachel Landakis with a rocket.
Tie game, 12-all. Different number, same game. Fortunately, Sala commits a service error.
Testing the confidence here of Jen Reyes.
Dindin Santiago unable to really get her offense going during the first set on that serve. Salak, back set. Takis trying to go down the line. Unfortunately, goes out of bounds.
Just a little wide, but good intentions, wrong execution. Can't fault your hitter for that.
Petron retaking a 2-point advantage. Almost getting a friendly roll. Gonzaga anticipates. Jesse De Leon dug up by Jen Reyes. Santiago for the back row. And that's got to be a sigh of relief for Dindin, who is very lethal when she executes those back row attacks.
Yeah, like I said earlier, it's the coach's dream that she can really hurt the the opposing team from the front row and the back. Not only hitting, but also her service. She's got a very nice serve.
Like what we mentioned, scored 37, 31, and then 23 for Petron Blaze in the first 3 matches. They go to Agano this time. Off the blocker. Shot doesn't fall. Salak, back set. Gonzaga. And she goes check ball for the score.
Yeah, Jovi Gonzaga going over top of Aganon. And you volleyball enthusiasts, especially if you're a southpaw like Jovi Gonzaga.
It's hard to read, especially
when she hits it at the top. So it's such a pretty swing.
Sakai.
An overreach.
It's an error. And Generika Army within 1. 14 serving 15. Earlier it was Petron taking the lead into the first technical timeout.
Let's see if they still serve Dundo Santiago.
Yes, they do. De Los Santos. Back by Jesse De Leon. Salak, the back set. Gonzaga. Then Reyes picks it up. Masangkay. Tumorada could not score. Balsa's turn. And point goes to Generika Army off the check ball. Salak has been setting different names. Takis, Gonzaga, Bautista, and now Balse getting in the scoring act. Jesse De Leon also. So like you mentioned, Tex, Salak never running the same offense twice.
That's right, keeping the defense of Petron off balance.
Micah Morada hammers it home, sending Petron with the lead into the second technical timeout, 16-15. Home Evolution, limitless sharing with a family-sized connection of PLDT Home PSL, the #1 home broadband. And the score is 16-15, Petron with a 1-point advantage. But both teams high octane on offense. It looks like they haven't missed a beat.
That's right. Nice to see the conditioning of these players still. Whoa, as we see a nice one-handed B-quick set there. And with all this action, let's turn it over to Selena Dagdag.
Over here at the front side, coach kept telling his white shirts to be watchful of the drop shots that Generika gives. More than this, he also repeatedly told the girls to guard the backcourt, as defense in this area tends to be very weak. Lastly, coach instructs his girls to be mindful of their spacing and floor defense in order to establish stronger and better attacks. Next to James.
Thank you so much, Selena. You look at the blocking this time of Generika getting back-to-back points as they take a 17-16 lead.
That's just the typical Mary Jane Balse there, putting up a wall. Rachel Landak is already 2 attacks and a block. The wealth is being spread here by Tina Salak.
That service goes out. And it's that unpredictability that could be the key to this game. You're all tied up 17-all. Gonzaga left the attack.
Wow, Gretchen unable to contain that. The Guimaras native, Jovelyn Gonzaga, doing her little stretch of the woods proud here.
18 serving 17. Miscommunication between Gretchen and AC Masangkay. And Generika Army takes a 2-point advantage.
They want to serve here where Masangkay is coming from because you can't see the trajectory of the ball. It's cleared if it was served cross.
Back set for De Los Santos. Basa keeps it alive. Gretchen Ho hammers it home.
Heads up play here from Gretchen Ho. So the Regalo took it.
And Petron will need production all across the board as Dindin Santiago continues to be the recipient of all the services of Generika Army.
That's volleyball 101. You got to serve their best hitter. Hopefully she tires out in the later set.
And Jean Base again.
Well, no secret to that attack. She just went to the open court. That veteran vision she has, as we can see her. Once she gets that set, it's a brusted play. Look at her turn her shoulders. Yep, that's where she wanted to go.
And that's production coming from one of the most bemedaled volleyball players in the country.
She demands so much attention in the middle, and it really frees up all the other hitters.
And she even serves up an ace as Generika Army on a tear. They're up 21-18.
Tignan nyo yung approach ng spiker kung kailangan pang i-drop o hindi. So para makuha natin yung depensa, sumunod muna tayo sa pattern and then basa ng bola. Masyado tayo magalaw sa depensa natin. Okay, hindi naman pinabati ng kalaban eh. Ang ginagawa, nilalang-ilang kinukulangan lang tayo ng kalaban. So tignan natin, masahin natin. Wala. Paupunin mo muna to. Then, okay, paupunin mo muna to.
Okay, the coach of Petron just saying that they're not really cranking the ball at us. They're just hitting it to the open spot. We're moving, well, Petron is moving pre-strike of the ball. So he was probably instructing what I understood was to react, not to anticipate.
Reyes goes to Tintin Santiago. Off speed, gets it to finish.
And that's been the knock there on Juvie Gonzaga. She's been getting caught there quite often.
Mayan Zapanta subbing in for Gretchen Ho. From Adamson University, Mayan Zapanta, number 5, on deck to serve. It's 19 serving 21. Salak, quick combination. Unfortunately, does not go in for touches on the part of Generika Army.
Up referee not convinced there was a touch.
Chance to tie the game for Petron Blaze. Agno digs it up. Salak the setup. Reyes digs it up on the other end. Aganon with the attack, not over.
You see the difference of the reception here of Jen Reyes. She was actually facing the hitter and just ducked the ball like it was nothing. She got caught napping that last time.
Generika Army within 3 points of taking this opening set. Masangkay to Santiago. And she gets the finish.
She just comes from so far up, it just freezes the defense in the back row. Let's see what the Generika Army can come up with here.
Spiker, dalawa lang yung spiker. Huwag ka muna matras. Kita na yung kami ni Dindin, no? Hindi naman siya mapalo eh. Nakabang na dalawang blocker. So, depensa tayo sa likod. Mabablock naman natin eh. Ha? Basa lang, basa. Tapos, tanong lang, huwag mong hintayin yung set nito. Kaya namang ihabol nito eh. Huwag mo siyang hintayin. Ha? Ikaw mag-adjust.
Wow. Very wise old adage there from the coach that, you know, when the hand is not swinging, she's not hitting. That's what the message there. The defense also reacting right away to a power hit here by Tintin Santiago, but her hand was stuck in the air, so she wasn't going to do anything powerful there. That's what the gist of the timeout was. Let's see if they can catch up to her this time.
Ayusin Masangkay with the service. Salak the back set. Unfortunately, Jessie De Leon mistimes it.
This is where you miss an Malarca, someone who's played with Tino Salak a whole lot more. Little missed sign there, and the setter there, just making things clear with De Leon. Maybe they'll run it again. Yes, they will.
Dakis down the line.
Wow, surgical shot here by Rachel Dakis. Down the line shot.
And Army taking a 1-point lead. Salak with this beautiful setup, the windup, and the finish.
Wow, what a pretty swing.
Zapanta with the reception. Masangkay, back set. Dakis almost pushes it over. Salak back set. Gonzaga lefty shot. Zapanta takes it up. Players running all over the floor. But a lifting violation whistled on AC Masangkay.
Yeah, up referee, not convinced that Masangkay was in position.
Micah Morada trying to discuss things with our game official.
It's a very lenient referee, letting Mikey Morada here do a lot of talking.
And Coach George Pasco wants to sue for time. Generika Army set point in set number 1.
Game plan natin. Okay, hindi mo kasalanan yun. Wala kayong kasalanan doon. Ito gawin natin. One good receive lang. Then, takbo ka ron. Mag-ikot ka. Dito ka. Okay, kapit lang natin. Dirt. Kaya mo yan. Dadalawang. Kapit lang.
Okay, the Petron coach pointing out that nobody was at fault for that point. Unfortunate referee's call, but you know, you gotta live with it. He's calling for an isolation play of Dindin Santiago. Okay, iffy call, but can't fault the referee for calling such a infraction. Let's see if they run the play. They want Dindin Santiago with a running spike. Aganan will run the quick, but no reception, so no play, as we pointed out earlier.
Morada, ambitious attack, no goal. And that one blocked away. Dindin Santiago throws it down and stares it down.
Excellent block here by Dindin Santiago. Let's see what Generika Army can come up with because they're going to receive. Luckily, Pasqua will draw up here.
Nasaw na ba si Joby, di ba? Nasaw na ba to? Sa kanya mo lang. Pasin mo na lang kay Rachel. Kin, kailangan ko isang receive lang. Last tayo. Ha? Usap lang, wala.
Okay, they want Rachel and Dakis to hit a C-set outside. They want one pass, and hopefully De Leon can draw the middle.
Very calm manner in which Coach Rico de Guzman relayed his message to all of the players. Dindin Santiago on deck to serve. 23 serving 24.
This will be a nice play to when it forms.
Places it inside. The reception. Set up to the attack. And the finish. The defending champions take set number 1. 25-23. And the fans of the Lady Troopers whooping it up here at the Cuneta Astrodome. 25-23. Set number 2 in just a moment. Blocked up top by Dakis. Ball still in play. Combination for Dindin. Bodies on the floor. De Leon tries to push it over. But she steps over the line and point will go to the front Blaze.
Unfortunate there, her momentum carried her across. But nice scrambling defense here from both sides. I'm sure the fans are appreciating the high level of volleyball being displayed here this afternoon.
It's all about their speed and agility trying to protect the floor.
That's right.
Salak the back set. De Leon off speed could not get the finish. Back set. Dindin puts it down. And she's gotta love that. An emphatic finish for Dindin Santiago.
Yeah. Nice swing there. Nice wrist snap up top.
All tied up, 7 points apiece. Dakis blocked up top by Santiago. Chance for Petron Blaze. Santiago adjusts, could not score. Salak goes back to Dakis.
Next on Perspectives.
The Isle of Man TT.
Salak will set up Gonzaga. That one is good, says the referee. This angle, from our angle, I thought sailed out of bounds, but that one.
But it was a point regardless because it was a check.
Ball. Well, serving 8.
Yeah, 4-point spread here by Generika Army. Let's see if they can build on it.
Dindin blocked again. Zapata trying to keep it alive. They give up a chance ball. The fake, the shot, and the finish.
That off-tempo hit, and then Gonzaga was the one who dug the ball first. Wow. Tina Salak there, making Joey Gonzaga work for that point, but an excellently run play.
And you rarely see players taking back-to-back opportunities for Generika Army. It's always a different name.
And I think that precisely caught Petron off balance.
Push shot. Gonzaga saves it. They go back to Jovelin, off speed. Zapanta keeping it alive. Excellent block coverage. Bounce! She puts it down.
Wow. Tina Salak's putting on a clinic here offensively.
And this is the largest lead of the game, 14-8. Perfect combination.
Well run play. Tina Salak giving special instructions here to Balse. Let's see what kind of elaborate offense he tries to run.
Santiago in takeover mode.
And this is why she scores a lot of points. She's really the go-to hitter of this team. For the Petron Blaze Spikers.
An athletic 6'2", the former National University stalwart. 9 serving 14. Set combination would not fall. Sandra de los Santos protecting the net. Lefty shot, Gonzaga blocked again. Petron now protecting their net. Another block! And Mina Gana gets the block and the kill.
If you see Juvie Gonzaga, she's saying sorry, but she was begging for that ball once it was dug there. She was screaming for it. She wanted another shot. That's just a testament to the competitive spirit here of Jovelyn Gonzaga. Nice to see. But unfortunately, she came out the short end there.
Petron trying to overhaul this 4-point deficit. So look at the block so far, and Generika Army with 2, Petron with 1 from Mina Agano. Lakis gives it back. Chance now for Petron. Agano off the block, couldn't score. De Los Santos tries to push it. Gonzaga off the blocker. Genre is working hard. Santiago from the back row. Agno could not save it in time. And finally, Dindin Santiago starting to cook for Petron Blaze.
That's where she can hurt you, the different aspects of the court where she can really do damage.
Especially at the back row when she gathers so much momentum. And with her height, she can really look at the opposing floor and know where to place it. Sala brings it back. Masangkay cross court. Aganon. Gonzaga couldn't touch it, but point will go to Generika Army on the check ball.
Veteran move there from Juvie Gonzaga.
That one, check that. That one just sails out of bounds off the last touch. Generika Army, again with a 4-point advantage, 15-11.
Nice playing pass. Okay, chance ball here.
Sala to Bautista. Reyes, excellent dig. Masangkay to Dindin. Unfortunately, will not score.
Yeah, Dindin Santiago had the zone 1 on her mind.
And the Generika Army
slow developing, so it should be easier to read. And telling that Mary Jane Balse, he wasn't impressed with their effort here in the middle. Low jump, late entry. Block.
Attacks in 2 blocks so far for Mina Agano. Gonzaga with the adjustment. Sandra de los Santos, last touch. And point goes to Generika Army.
Yeah, golden rule, don't reach back. You're not supposed to. You trust your defense. But it's so tempting to do.
It's just right there.
Oh, yeah.
It's just right there. Tobin and Gonzaga. Stellar number so far, 11 attacks and a block. Masangkay with a stylish set. Unfortunately, attack not over.
It's called the block there by the referee.
4-point advantage again for Generika Army.
Yeah, you have your setter in Generika Army in the front row, but none matter. She's a very tall blocker. There you go. Thank you, Tina Salak, for performing on cue.
And she is affecting this game in a multitude of ways.
Hindi tayo pwede magpagpalakasan ng palo sa kalaban. Sila hindi malalakas palo nila. Veterano lang sila, magulang lang sila. Tayo mas malalakas ang yung palo natin. Pero yung nga lang, lagyan natin ng konting gulit. Sila lang puro palo. Lagyan natin ng presence of mind. Lagyan natin ng talino. Mas mabilis kayo sa kalaban. Ang gawin natin, kailangan lang magbalik ka ng mabilis ang kalaban. Matagal ang yung rally. Kasi naman tayo sa endurance sa kanila.
Typical coaching huddle there, saying age versus youth. Wanting the plays to go on longer, so transition offense will favor the younger, the faster. But the Generika Army, being the veterans that they are, finding ways to end the points quickly.
Gonzaga with a service. Dorada forced to adjust. Salah gives it back. Chance now for Petron Blaze. Santiago from the back row. Excellent dig by Agno. Gonzaga from the back row. Excellent dig by Jen Reyes. Both liberos playing well. Ball going up high. Basa sends it over and gets the finish.
There's the veteran move there. Mary Jane Balse saw the triple block form, but the blocking coverage in the back row. Petron not supporting the triple block. As we can see, here the triple block will form. Watch L, the defense sagging. That's a veteran move.
Now they're up by 6 points. Generika Army, 20 serving 14. Morada puts it down.
Little mistimed set there, but the ability of Mikey Morada to adjust and put the ball away, that was impressive.
5-point deficit. Being faced by Petron Blaze. Salah quick set up to Bautista. Excellent dig by Santiago. Overreceived though. Back to Bautista. Attack not over. Point will go to Petron Blaze.
Getting a little too cute. Tina Salak is so deceptive, she fooled Manny Bautista.
Petron looking to roar back into the game here in the second set.
Down by 4. Let's see what the Generika runs.
Base adjusts, and she will score.
Little stutter step there because the mistime set, but the veteran that she is able to make an adjustment. Now let's see if Petron will try to exploit De Leon here in the middle. Because in all actuality, she is the shortest player, but she'll play middle.
Masangkay the back set. Attack off the blocker, saved by Mary Jean Balse. Bautista puts it down.
Excellent set. De Leon actually pulled the blocker there. Got De Los Santos half step late. There's the gap. And the veteran there, Nene Bautista, found the gapper.
Ilo Nathan scoring as well. The Generika Army, as we look at Jean Balse, 6 attacks, 2 blocks, and a service ace to her name. Unfortunately, you can add a service error to that as well. 17 serving 22.
That was a costly error because, one, it gives a point to Petron, gives them momentum, and now Santiago's in the front row.
Sandro De Los Santos, third in the league in terms of service scoring. De Leon did not score, excellent to get the back row. Zapanta's turn to attack. Fortunately, does not convert.
Fortunate there by Mayat Zapanta.
Generika Army within 2 points of taking set number 2. And taking a 2-0 lead. They did not convert.
Yeah, I think the whole gym knows. Go from now on.
Bacchus could not score. Jen Reyes gives it back. The dump attempt, but does not fall in. This doesn't sail over. Petron still with a fighting chance.
Little stutter step there from Jovelyn Gonzaga. She's having a little chuckle there. She covers her face, probably chuckling to herself.
Chance for Generika Army. The back set for De Leon. Zapanta with a dig. Masangkay. Sets up Aganon. Dakis fighting for it.
Pancake.
Spectacular save. But they give up a chance ball. Masangkay. Santiago puts it down.
Well, Dindit Santiago winning that battle with Rachel Andakis at that point. But Rachel Andakis is really tuned into Dindit Santiago. She's been blocking her all afternoon. Dindin got the better of her in that one.
Salak forced to adjust. Dakis adjusts as well. Chance for Petron play. Santiago. Same play. And the same result.
You Generika Army, you can live with that because you're double blocking her. And look at Tina Salak settling the troops.
Well, she's seen every situation in Philippine women's volleyball. Her experience and her leadership making her voice more credible. Bautista and Jovelyn Gonzaga gets it back. Chance now for Petron. Santiago could not hammer it home. Santiago wants one more chance. And look at Vincent Santiago, a girl on fire. And a 2-point disadvantage, almost being overhauled single-handedly by the #1 pick. Let's listen in.
Advantage tayo, lamang tayo. Dapat minimize ang error. Hindi nga, puro hindi na pumapalo. Ayaw mo sukutin yung lock. Pumapasok yung bola niya, ay nakataas ka lang. So pag siyang pumalo, iiwan mo na, establish mo na yung lock. Isang may napulo. Tara, isang
Just giving blocking pointers here to Rachel Andakis because her hands were kind of tilted backwards. You gotta tilt them forward, thumbs up. You gotta create the angle, the downward angle. Just a reminder, but she's been doing good so far. But it's been the Dindin Santiago show as of late. Let's see if Mayat Zapata can keep this rally going. Generika Army only up by 2.
21 serving 23. Mayat Zapata all deck to serve for Petron Blaze. Salak goes cross court. Dakis off the blocker. Jen Reyes, good block coverage. Masangkay to Aganon. Gonzaga dives for it. Dakis blocks the top. Santiago scores again. Look at the emotion in the face of Dindin Santiago. Well, she wants this set bad.
Yes. Again, you know, the Dindin Santiago show now in full force. I think the substitution is nothing more than give the Jovelyn Gonzaga a little breather because she's been playing some tough defense there in the back row.
Sarah Jane Gonzalez now in the game, as well as Dahlia Cruz.
Yep.
Generika Army.
It gives them a 3-hitter offense.
Again, reminding everyone, the Philippine Superliga All-Filipino Conference presented by PLDT Home Evolution. Limited sharing with the family size connection of PLDT Home PSL, the #1 home broadband. And 4 touches called of Petron Blaze. Generika Army now at set point. It's set #2.
Little high school error there from Petron. Lost count of how many touches.
And Coach Rico de Guzman wants to send in some finishers.
Sending back those grizzled veterans of his.
Coach George Pascal wants a super time.
Mga konti lang. Kailangan, sinasabi ko niya, kailangan presence of mind lang. Kailangan marunong kayong mag-analyze ng laro natin. So, kaya natin nabulin, walang imposible. Basta, kailangan lang nasa puso yung gagawin natin. Okay? So, focus muna tayo sa receive. Focus sa receive. Then, rito. Takuin mo rito. Tapos, doon ka. Gina, yung gitna nila masyadong maluwag. So, tira, pagkalangan nila.
Okay. No secrets. One good pass, run the play. The Generika Army defense does sag. So if it's open, to dunk it there. Dindit Santiago, holy moly, 8 attacks and 1 block. It's the second set alone. Dindit Santiago shows the spark.
Set point for Generika Army, 24 serving 22. Aganon with a drop. Tries to hammer it home. Gonzaga the attack, no finish. One more chance for Petron Blaze. They have to give it up. Chance for Petron. The big, the shot, and the finish.
All is not done yet. Aganon here performing under the gun despite being in the shadow of Dindi Santiago this set, doing her job. Holding Masangkay here, another option.
Gonzaga left-hand shot, no goal. Chance for Petron to equalize. Aganon, no goal.